Rumor had it that by breaking up with the bad boy on campus, Ethan Rivers, you could get very good compensation for the breakup. There were 4 of us in our dorm room. We decided to take turns going out with him. I was the last one. But Ethan discovered our plan and suddenly changed the rules. Do you want the money? Marry me and it's all yours. My roommate, Sophia, didn't know where she heard that dating Ethan Rivers meant receiving a huge breakup fee afterwards. But Ethan didn't like the girls at our school. He only dated social media influencers or minor celebrities. After breaking up, those girls were getting new cars, new apartments, new designer bags. His entire lifestyle rose several levels without exception. All were dazzlingly beautiful and attractive. In our dorm room, Sophia was definitely the sexiest. She successfully hooked up with Ethan at a campus event and really got him to date her. They broke up in less than a month. When they separated, he transferred $10,000 and all the clothes and bags he bought for her. He did not ask for them back. What a generous guy. Sophia immediately shared her strategy with the other 3. In the dorm room, everything stays with the family. You know? She announced. Ethan Rivers is the kind of guy you can simply achieve by being persistent. He likes girls with white dresses and black hair, preferably with rose aroma. He hates the mint scent. Never wear mint perfume. Wait, what? Suddenly I hesitated. I absolutely hated mint. But you can't use it because I was dumped today. Exactly, because I used mint perfume. He is also a germaphobe. Anyone within a 3-foot radius has to be disinfected before approaching. His hobby is shopping, spending money, buying things. If he doesn't spend money in a day, he feels uncomfortable. Sophia went on and on, talking about Ethan's likes and dislikes. The other 2 roommates took detailed notes. Sophia looked at me as she spoke. Emma, why aren't you writing this down? Is it okay? You go first. I will copy your notes later. With Sophia's strategy, the other 2 roommates acted quickly. But their relationships did not last as long as Sophia's. When Rachel returned, she added another warning. Do not touch his shoes, especially his slippers. Sophia gasped, surprised. You were only together for half a month and wore his slippers? You know, Sophia worked with him for a month and never came within 1 m of him. Not today. When he dropped me off at school, his shoes were uncomfortable, so he wanted to change in the car. When his assistant brought the slippers, I practically reached for them, and he immediately transferred me $10,000 as breakup money. He seems to really love those slippers. Oh. And they were pink. Probably left by an ex. So he is with slippers. I have lots of beautiful slippers at home. I love buying nice slippers. See my slippers? I would steal them all. Then she was the 3rd person in our dorm room. Madison, who went after him. She was also successful. But her time was even shorter. Only 1 week. Don't drink the bottled water in his car today. I opened a bottle and took a sip. Yuck. And he immediately transferred money and told me to get off. It was terrible. I love drinking water. I am doomed. It probably won't last a day. Maybe I shouldn't go. The other 3 roommates counted the zeros in their bank accounts. Right in front of me. The clothes and bags Ethan bought from them filled our shared closet for 4 of us. We always shared jewelry and accessories without a receipt. But now my corner was completely empty. Madison was even more anxious than I was. If you don't go, someone else will benefit. The day I was kicked out of his car, several girls were already waiting in front of his car, ready to fake an accident. She is right. Ethan is like a walking ATM. If you don't give it to me, he will give it to someone else. Why not take advantage of it? Encouraged by my 3 roommates, I blocked Ethan's motorcycle after school. I gathered my courage to ask for his contact information. He threw a helmet at me. Get in for a ride and I'll add you. I had seen him drive super fast before. I remembered what my roommate said about Ethan's germophobia. I asked weakly, "Can I hold on to you?" He lowered his visor. "Whatever you want." I put on my helmet and sat behind him. He drove really fast. I held his clothes tightly, without daring to let go. The motorcycle stopped at a park. Ethan took off his helmet and asked me, "Ferris wheel. Do you want to go up?" I shook my head like crazy. No way. I'm afraid of heights. The other roommates did not have it so difficult. They simply confessed and he accepted. Why do I have to go through hell? Just to get your number? So, let's get on the Ferris wheel. Ethan's statement was not a question. He did not ask for my opinion. He went straight to buy tickets with his phone. Our local Ferris wheel was known as the sadness of breakups. Every couple that rode it broke up afterwards. Although we were not yet a couple, I wanted to break up. Breaking means receiving a payment. We sat down, facing each other in the Ferris wheel. As it climbed slowly, we did not say a word until we reached the highest point. Ethan finally spoke. "Emma, what do you guys think, I'm stupid?" He rightly found out. I had been making things difficult for him today. The height and his harsh tone broke me. He took out his phone, showing his QR code. "Add me then." My hands were shaking as I pulled out my phone. Too slow. He took my phone and scanned the code. He even kept his name as husband. I got my phone back and saw his contact. This name is not really appropriate. Is it? Your previous roommates kept me like that. Well, they never mentioned that. Coming off the Ferris wheel, Ethan threw my helmet back at me. He drove the motorcycle back to my dorm room. I don't know if it was my imagination, but the wind on the way back felt milder. He drove slower. I returned the helmet and immediately ran up the stairs. Thank goodness I hate mint, he switched to slippers. Even on his motorcycle. And definitely, there was no bottled water in it. They will kick me out in one day. When I returned to the dorm room, the 3 roommates surrounded me. "Emma, how was your success?" I showed them the chat screen. Rachel said in disbelief, "Husband, Emma. You are quite direct." They didn't all keep it that way. Of course they didn't show me their phones. Full but rich temperament, rare mood swings. None of these notes approached husband. That liar. The next morning, Ethan's messages kept popping up. "Come down for breakfast." To have breakfast. It's my favorite dating activity. Come eat with me. Eat well and then go to class. Emma, are you even awake? You don't want your boyfriend anymore. I rubbed my eyes and asked the other 3. Why didn't they mention that he is so clingy? The 3 roommates seemed confused. Clingy. So he was clingy? He didn't even say 2 extra sentences. Otherwise, I would have listened to them count zeros in their bank accounts in the dormitory. Which made me jealous. I really regretted not paying attention. When Sophia made her presentation, I changed into a dress and came down. When I got there, I saw him with his back to the building of the dorm room, on the phone. Approaching. I heard his voice. "It's Emma." "Okay. She's the only one I ever wanted to date." I froze in my tracks. He knew. He knew everything from the beginning. I turned to run back upstairs, but his voice stopped me. "Emma, come here." I walked over slowly, my heart pounding. He hung up the phone and turned to face me. "You heard that?" I nodded, unable to speak. Ethan leaned against his motorcycle, a small smile playing on his lips. Sophia told me everything that night. She couldn't keep her mouth shut. After she got the money, I stared at him in shock. "So you knew about our plan? And you still let you try?" He laughed. "Why wouldn't I?" I was curious. Curious about what? Which one of you would be different? He stepped closer, but stopped at exactly 3 feet. The germaphobe rule. I almost smiled. "You're the only one who remembered that. The other 3. They all forgot." Sophia tried to hug me after a week. Rachel touched my slippers. Madison drank my water without asking. Only you. You never crossed my boundaries. I looked down at my feet. I was just scared. You were scared of me. He nodded. That's why I like you. The others. They saw money. They saw a walking ATM. But you? You saw me. I looked up. What? From the beginning. You were different. You asked if you could hold on to me. You were afraid of heights. But you still got on that Ferris wheel with me. You never tried to get close. You never tried to touch my things. You were just you. He reached into his pocket and pulled out a small box. My heart stopped. "Open it." I took the box, my hands shaking. Inside was a simple silver ring. Not diamond. Not designer. Just silver. "I don't want to break up with you, Emma. I want to marry you. For real. Not for money. Because I love you." The world spun around me. This wasn't part of the plan. The plan was simple. Date him. Get dumped. Get paid. Move on. But Ethan. He had changed the rules. "Do you want the money?" His words from the night before echoed in my mind. "Marry me and it's all yours." I thought he was joking. He wasn't. I looked at the ring. Then at him. "What about the money? What about the breakup fee?" He laughed. "There is no breakup fee. I never paid any of them. They lied." "What? Sophia lied? Rachel lied? Madison lied? They all lied. I never gave them a dime. The clothes. The bags. The cars. They rented those or bought fake replicas. To make it look like I did." My head spun. So they faked everything. To make you jealous. To make you feel left out. Because they knew. They knew I liked you from the start. I thought back to all those nights. In our dorm room. Sophia counting zeros. Rachel showing off her new bag. Madison drinking expensive water. They were all acting. All of them. Except me. I was the only one who didn't know. Ethan reached out. His hand stopping inches from mine. "So what do you say, Emma? Will you marry me? For real this time?" No breakup fee. No fake relationship. Just us. I looked at the ring again. Simple. Silver. Perfect. I slipped it on my finger. It fit perfectly. Yes. He smiled. And for the first time, he crossed that 3-foot line. He pulled me into his arms. And kissed me. No disinfectant. No hesitation. Just us. Upstairs. I could hear my roommates gathering at the window. They were probably watching. Probably wondering why I wasn't coming back up with a breakup story. Let them wonder. Let them count their fake zeros and their fake bags. I had something real. Something better. Ethan pulled back, his forehead resting against mine. By the way, he whispered, I hate mint too. I laughed. Of course you do. He took my hand. Let's go get breakfast. My treat. We walked toward his motorcycle. And I knew. This was the beginning. Not the end. No breakup fee. No compensation. Just love. Real love. And that was worth more than all the money in the world. As we rode away, I looked back at our dorm room window. 3 faces were pressed against the glass. They looked confused. They looked jealous. I smiled and held on tighter. Ethan was right. Some things you can't buy. Some things you have to earn. And love, real love, was the most expensive thing of all. But it was worth every penny. The end.